Hey everyone, and welcome back to Freaky Stories. I'm Adrian,
And I'm Julia.
and we are so ready to freak you out with two
Yeah.
absolutely bone-chilling stories.
That's right, two tails.
But before we dive in,
Oh, yes?
make sure you hit that rate button.
Yes, please do.
And follow us for more spine-tingling stories.
Yes.
All right, Julia, are you ready for our first story?
Hit me with it. I'm ready.
All right, so this one's called Nightmare Feed, and it's about the dark side of dream-sharing technology.
Oh, that sounds creepy.
It all starts with Dr. Sarah Ellis, this brilliant
I see where this is going.
scientist who creates the Dreamcatcher network, basically like a social media platform.
For dreams.
For dreams, exactly. So you
Oh.
can tap into
The collective subconscious.
the collective subconscious and share your dreams with others.
I mean, that sounds amazing, but also kind of terrifying.
Right. Like imagine experiencing someone else's nightmare.
Yeah, no thanks.
Well, that's exactly what happens. So there's this 10-year-old boy, Mikey, who starts having these really disturbing dreams
Oh, no.
about this monstrous voice like echoing through a black ocean demanding to be fed.
A voice demanding to be fed. That's creepy.
Yeah, and at first Sarah, she kind of dismisses it as just a kid's nightmare, but then other people on the network start having the same dream.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Yeah, it's like this nightmare becomes contagious.
Contagious nightmares. I'd never heard of such a thing.
Right. And it gets even worse. These shared nightmares, they start bleeding into the real world, causing like panic attacks, insomnia, even suicide.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
It's like this entity, this voice, is gaining power with each shared dream.
So it's like blurring the lines between dreams and reality.
Exactly. And Sarah, she realizes how serious this is. So she puts together a team to confront this nightmare head on.
A team. So who's on this dream team?
Well, there's Jake, this battle-hardened ex-soldier.
Sounds intense.
He is, and then there's Anya, this like brilliant but reckless tech whiz.
So like the brains and the brawn.
Interesting combination.
So they strap on their neural interfaces and dive into the Dreamcatcher network.
They dive into the network, so they're going into the dream world themselves.
Yes. And let me tell you, the dreamscape is...
I bet it's wild.
Wild is an understatement. It's like this constantly shifting landscape where nothing makes sense.
So like a nightmare version of Alice in Wonderland?
Kind of, but way creepier.
I can only imagine.
So they eventually reach the source of Mikey's nightmare, this isolated island shrouded in darkness.
Spooky.
And there's this creepy, childlike drawing of a house perched on top.
Childlike drawing, that's even more unsettling.
Right, like this weird juxtaposition of innocence and terror.
Yeah, I get you.
Inside the house, they find Mikey lying on a bed, like unnaturally still. And his body is entwined with these tentacles of darkness that snake out the window, feeding into this swirling void.
Tentacles of darkness. That is seriously disturbing.
It is. And Jake, being the soldier, he like blasts the tentacles with his disruptor.
Trying to save Mikey? Yeah, but as soon as he does this clawed shape, lunges from the void like its eyes are burning with rage.
Oh no, they've woken something up.
Exactly. And Anya, she shoves Sarah out of the way and yells, "Get back. I'm going to overload the feedback loop and fry its brains."
She's going all in.
Oh yeah, the Dreamcatcher lights are like flickering and sparking. Anya's pushing the system to its limit.
Right, it's intense.
The creature shrieks in pain as form starts dissolving into static, and then boom, connection snaps. They're back in the lab.
They made it out.
But the emergency lights flicker on, and Sarah, she notices this tendril of oily darkness snaking around a lamppost outside. And Mikey looks up at her, his eyes wide with fear, and whispers, "It didn't like that. It's still out there."
Chills, literally chills.
Right. So they may have escaped the nightmare.
But it's not over.
Not even close.
Oh, man.
And that's where we leave Nightmare Feed hanging.
Wow, what a story.
I know, right? It makes you think twice about all this advanced technology we're developing.
No kidding. I might be having nightmares about this tonight.
But hey, at least you're not plugged into the Dreamcatcher network, right?
True, very true.
All right, well, let's take a deep breath and switch gears for our next story.
Okay, I'm ready for another dose of freaky.
All right, this one's called Identity Crisis, and it takes us back to the time of the American Revolution.
Oh, a historical thriller. I'm intrigued.
It's definitely a thriller.
Okay, ready. Tell me more. All right, so take me back to Boston, 1775. What's the scene?
All right, so imagine cobblestone streets, gas lamps flickering, and tension like you can cut it with a knife.
Oh, I can feel it already. A city on edge.
Exactly. And right in the middle of all this, we meet our two main characters. Thomas, a British spy,
Okay, a spy classic.
and Sarah, a colonial rebel.
Oh, so they're on opposite sides. This is going to be good.
It is, and they're both carrying secrets that could change the entire course of the war.
High stakes, then.
Extremely high, Tara. Thomas, he's got this stolen spyglass.
A spyglass.
Sounds simple, right?
Yeah.
But it actually contains British intelligence that could crush the rebellion before it even really starts.
Wow, so he's got like a secret weapon.
Pretty much. And Sarah, she's got stolen plans that could give the rebels a major advantage.
So they're both playing a dangerous game.
Oh, yeah. And their paths collide in the most unlikely of places, a crowded tavern.
A tavern? Of course. Where else would you find spies and rebels?
Right. And in the chaos of it all, they bump into each other, their secrets literally spilling out onto the floor, the spyglass, the plans, everything.
Oh, no. That's a disaster.
It is, but it gets even weirder because it's not just their secrets that get exchanged.
What do you mean?
Well, they wake up the next morning and they're in each other's bodies.
What? They switched bodies?
Yes, a total freak of nature identity crisis situation.
That is so freaky.
Can you imagine waking up and looking in the mirror and seeing your enemy staring back at you?
That would be terrifying.
So Thomas, this refined British gentleman, he finds himself in the body of a rough colonial laborer.
Wow, talk about a change of scenery.
And Sarah, the fiery rebel, she's trapped in the opulent world of a British aristocrat.
So they're both forced to live a lie.
And walk a mile in their enemy's shoes.
That's gotta be a real eye-opener.
Oh, it is Thomas. He starts to experience firsthand the hardships faced by the colonists. And Sarah, she sees the cruelty and arrogance of the British elite.
So their perspectives are totally shifting.
Exactly. And just when they think things couldn't get any weirder, their paths cross again.
Oh, no, not again.
This time at a secret meeting of the Sons of Liberty.
Talk about dangerous.
Right. And in this room full of rebels, their eyes meet a flicker of recognition passing between them.
They recognize each other even though they're in the wrong bodies.
Yeah, it's this crazy connection that transcends their physical forms.
Wow, that's deep.
But just as they're having this moment, someone shouts, "Redcoats!" and the meeting erupts in chaos.
Oh, man, a rig.
Gunshots, people scrambling for safety, and in the middle of it all, Thomas grabs Sarah's hand and they run.
They run away together.
They do, escaping into the maze of Boston streets, disappearing into the night.
So they're on the run together, two enemies, bound by this bizarre shared experience.
And that's where we leave Identity Crisis hanging.
Oh, man, what a cliffhanger.
I know, right? It makes you wonder what will become of them. Will they use their newfound understanding to bridge the divide, or will it just tear them further apart?
Such a great story, and so many questions left unanswered.
Well, that's the beauty of a good freaky story, right?
It's true.
It leaves you thinking long after it's over. So, Julia, we just finished two seriously mind-bending stories, Nightmare Feed and Identity Crisis.
Seriously, Adrian, those stories were both freaky and thought-provoking.
Right. I mean, Nightmare Feed really makes you question the limits of technology, like how far is too far, you know?
Totally. It's like a warning about the potential consequences of messing with things we don't fully understand, like our dreams.
Exactly. And that ending with the entity still out there lurking in the shadows, so creepy.
Yeah, it definitely left me with a lingering sense of unease.
And then Identity Crisis with the whole body swap thing, so bizarre, but it really makes you think about empathy and seeing things from a different perspective.
Absolutely. Like, imagine walking a mile in your enemy's shoes and realizing they're not so different from you after all.
Right. It's a powerful message about understanding and connection, even in the midst of conflict.
And that ending leaving us wondering what happens next. Will they use their shared experience to bridge the divide, or will they fall back into their old ways?
Such a great cliffhanger, right?
Totally. It makes you want to know more about their story.
Well, that's the magic of freaky stories, isn't it? They spark our imaginations, they challenge our perspectives, and they leave us wanting more.
Definitely. And they remind us that sometimes the most terrifying things are the ones that make us think.
So listeners, if you enjoyed these freaky tales, make sure to share your thoughts with us on social media.
We love hearing from you.
And don't forget to hit that rate button and follow us for more spine-chilling stories.
Until next time, keep those lights on, sleep tight, and watch out for those shadows.
Because you never know what might be lurking in the dark.